Welcome to the Layin the Body podcast. I'm Terrence.
And I'm Lucas.
And we're the place to be for head rush and shots of hockey. I want to cry.
I want to cry also.
Now, we had a tough night last night. Do you agree?
We've had a tough few days.
We had a tough few days.
Listen, you know it's tough when the Rangers are right on your ass.
Yeah, but like we're trying to put our words together before this podcast here. We're trying to put our thoughts together because it's very hard. It's very hard to put together good thoughts at the moment when your team that you root for is the New York Islanders, and we are a podcast that goes over all things hockey in the NHL and everything going on. And don't worry, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the NHL outdoors. We're going to talk about a beautiful setting there. It was a beautiful setting. But we might have to go on a little bit of a detour through Islander Lane, down that path of despair. And you guys will hear our thoughts. And this is probably going to be a podcast to listen to, as we're going to be going on a little bit of a rant.
Okay, we're just going to get right into it with the Islanders.
So, we're you know what, let's talk about good stuff first. Let's talk about good stuff.
You want to talk about the good stuff?
We'll talk about the good stuff first.
Well, I got something good for you.
Yeah, let's
It's something really good for you. One of my bold predictions at the beginning of the season of Chicago being a top team. Well, guess what? I know they played 19 games, but they're currently 7th in the league with 22 points. And it looks like they fixed their goaltending issue, which you were very worried about. And
yes, I was very worried about it.
I reign victorious at the moment.
I mean, yes, you do. Like, Chicago surprised me. Patrick Kane, always Patrick Kane. Alex DeBrincat, always Alex DeBrincat. They're carrying the team. Like, their defense has not been good, but their goalie, like I said before, rookie goalie Kevin Lankinen has put up great stats, a 2.42 goals against average and a .927 save percentage. Now, the Chicago's been playing amazing, and got to give them more credit where credit is due. And they deserve to be at the top of the league with how good they're playing, and I can't wait to see how good their team's been doing next in the upcoming weeks, how good they're going to do. Now, one of my predictions now coming up was that
Yeah, I could tell that you're laughing at me as I shake my head because I know what you're going to say before you say it. So
one of my predictions was that Vancouver was going to do very bad, and you're like, you know what, Vancouver's going to do good.
Yeah, I did say Vancouver was going to be second in the division.
They played the most games, and they are bottom 10 in the league. Now,
listen,
I would say
the best thing so far from their season is their reverse retros. That's about it.
Yes, we love it, but we love to see. But Besser's playing very good.
Besser's playing well.
Hughes is playing
well,
very
and even
well.
Miller's playing well. Bo Horvat's playing well. Yeah, just
Elise Pettersson is falling off.
Underperforming. Yeah, it's.
Don't even get me started about the goalie situation. It's just like this team is just underperforming to a new level.
It's bad.
And yeah, and I mean, like, I like Vancouver as a team. I like them as a young team. Like, it's good when young players can put up good scores on offense. Like they don't miss the net and hit the post on an open net when it's like 65% open. They don't hit the post. Like, they're young guys. They probably don't do that. They don't do that. But it's just it's good to see that Vancouver is they're not doing too well, but I think they got the talent. Hopefully they could turn it around. I don't know if they can with the amount of time left, but we'll see. I'm excited to see if they can turn it around.
Yeah, well, guess what? A team that does have talent, but is putting it to some good use. Young guys over in Carolina. They're 12-3-1 in 16 games. I love Carolina. Fantastic.
I mean, like, Carolina has such an underrated team. Like, I feel they got the young guys in Sebastian Aho and Andrei Svechnikov, Martin Necas. They got so many of these people, like, on the back end. They got such a young defense. Dougie Hamilton coming out very good. Brady Shea. They have Slavin and Pesci.
Well, when you got 4 people,
Trocheck is playing out of his mind.
When you got your top 4 people, Trocheck, Svechnikov, Aho, and Stahl all going a point a game.
And they got great depth scoring. Brock McGinn, Martin Necas, like I said. Tervainen's underperforming. He still has 9 points in 12 games.
One of the most underrated defensemen in the league.
Pesci. Like, all of them are playing very, very good. Yeah, Mrazek, in the games that he's played amazing.
Yes, Mrazek's been injured, but guess what? He's still got 4 games played. and he's 2-1. He did get pulled in one, but he's got a .99. Sorry, he didn't get pulled. That's the game he got injured. He's got a .99 save percentage.
Yes.
So a lot of things to write home about as a Canes fan. A team that I think you can tend to agree with me on that has a lot of talent, but just not putting it to use. San Jose Sharks. We don't talk about them a lot,
agree. Yeah,
but they have a lot of talent. Again, they got the big fish, Erik Karlsson, beyond overpaid. But I figure we get into this one. They got a lot of talent. Obviously, Couture, Tomas Hertl on the back end. You still got Evander
Burns,
Kane,
and you got Karlsson.
And to be honest with you, your goaltending isn't that bad,
Hertl.
but they're just not going anywhere so far.
I mean, it's just like they're stuck in Mediocreville right now.
Well, see, when they signed Devin Dubnyk, they were, to try and amend the goaltending position.
Martin
I thought
Jones
that they would
is
do
so bad.
That's what I'm saying. I thought that they were going to do a lot better, and it's been pretty freaking bad. Neither goalie has been playing well, and they're every game they're getting into a shootout in terms of goal for goal. It's always like a 4 or 5 goal game.
This team is
hard to keep
very. We had them squeaking in and turning it around this season.
Yeah, I truly thought that they would turn around
and
cusp of a playoff spot. But
not
like
no. I think that they are. I think they're down in deep water right now, and they're going to need a big thing to turn it around. I mean, hopefully they'll turn it around. I like this team. I've always liked the Sharks. I mean, this team, they have the talent. Like you said, they can turn it around. And they just need to put together the puzzle pieces. I feel like Bob Bugner might not be the right coach for this team. I feel like they're going to need something to spark this team, if it's either a coaching change or a trade or something. But they're in big trouble especially with their big cap hits like Brent Burns, like Karlsson.
That's a lot of money between those two players.
Like it's going to be. I like to see how San Jose does.
Yeah, and for a team, again, sticking on the young talent side of it, they just came back from a bunch of COVID issues. New Jersey, yes, they've only played 12 games, but you know what? They've played pretty well overall so far. They actually just named the new captain.
Yeah, Nico Hischier.
He's only played one game this year.
And it was just yesterday.
It was just yesterday because of his injury that he had prior to the start of the season. But, so new leadership over in New Jersey.
I do like that new captaincy, though. I feel like Nico is just...
He deserves it. He's an underrated player.
He's a very underrated player. Went first overall back in 2017.
It's rare that you say a first overall pick is underrated, but... being on New Jersey and where New Jersey's been at, obviously being overshadowed by Jack Hughes. Mm-hmm. I would even argue PK Subban and Nikita Gusev coming in, kind of his process.
Mackenzie Blackwood has played amazing on this team.
To be honest with you, that's the reason that they're even.
I loved Mackenzie Blackwood. I think he's such an underrated goalie, young goalie. He gets a lot of shot volume.
Well, 6 games, he got a .938 save percentage. So
he's been playing amazing. I mean, this team hasn't been playing awful. Jack Hughes has been playing very, very good.
Yeah,
they got 2 first overall picks in the next few.
He's in that sophomore breakout year that often many players have a slump, but he's turned it around. Wasn't great in his rookie year. He was average, but you know what? It's really starting to turn it around.
Yeah, he's playing very good. I really like Jack Hughes as he's picking up his speed. He knows how to get around the defense now. He's been playing very good. Knows better how to play with the puck. Now, I know that you really like a player on this team.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Ty Smith. This kid is, in my eyes, New Jersey has one of the best young D-cores in the league. Ty Smith and Will Butcher leading it. Ty Smith has 8 points. He's a very good defenseman, but the kid can score, the kid can skate. Got 8 points in 12 games so far. He's a +6. It's hard not to like him.
Mm-hmm. I like Ty Smith too.
He's doing everything right. Almost reminds me of Devon Toews a little bit in the way he skates and moves the puck. But definitely, New Jersey has a very young but pretty decent back end. Mackenzie Blackwood's developing, so this is going to be a contender for years to come once they've really put the pieces together. But they're definitely headed in the right direction for now.
To go a little bit off of New Jersey, but to stay in like the little metropolitan area, another young defenseman that has really stuck out to me as an Islander fan watching the Rangers a lot, Adam Fox. This kid with the with Trouba being injured. Trouba
Long
is
Island
now
product, right?
Yes, coming from Jericho, Long Island.
Right up the road.
And he's been playing amazing. Like, he's been putting 1 goal, 6 to 7 points with Trouba has
Again,
been injured.
Not the biggest numbers.
Not the biggest numbers,
He's a
but
flat
he is
zero.
averaging 25 minutes a night for the Rangers.
And you got to remember, the Rangers' goaltending isn't really anything
Yes.
special, and their defense isn't great either.
He is such a bright spot. He is playing amazing. He's their power play star. He is their anchor on defense. They got him on the first PK, the first power play. They got him playing almost like 25 minutes a night, but going on 26 minutes a night. This kid is taking a huge workload and is a huge bright spot for this team. And I love myself some, even though he plays for the Rangers, I love myself some Adam Fox.
Yeah, for sure. And looking at the stats of the team, in terms of their top 7 points for the season, Adam Fox is definitely a bright spot for the entire team, especially when you have 2 fourth-liners, Phil DiGiuseppe and Kevin Rooney, as 2 of your top point getters for the season.
But they're playing decent.
I'm not knocking them for that, but listen, Mika Zibanejad is a -4 in his 4 points. He's doing absolutely nothing. Capo Caco is quiet as ever. And listen, I know you got a lot of young players, and I'm going to say it, I get Alexis Lafreniere was the number 1 overall pick. I get the kid's insane, but like we did with Barzal, give him a year to
groom him.
put him in Hartford. He will be so good.
Some kids aren't like McDavid and Matthews, who are like, you plug him in right in the league.
It's just not like that. Like, look at Barzal.
I think Lafreniere could have been one of those players.
Yes, but not on the team. This team doesn't have stability anywhere. They're struggling to score. They're very fluky. They have games where they're great.
I think Lafreniere is the best prospect since Connor McDavid.
I'm not going to deny that, but I still think you should have put him in Hartford for this year, especially because many Ranger fans will argue, well, we're already out of our rebuild. No, that's not how that works. You don't get to go into a rebuild tell your fans, oh, we're going to get rid of all of our old players and think you're a contender in the next year. You're getting better.
Well, they played very well last year.
Don't get me wrong. They did. But you can even see it when you're not getting production from your superstars, Mika Zibanejad, your second overall pick, Capo Caco, guys that are supposed to show growth and continue, or in Zibanejad's case, continue it. You can't really put Lafreniere as the number 1 guy, because on a team like this where there's not many weapons, it's very
I agree. I agree. Now, let's move on from like our little highs and lows and everything right now. Let's talk about something that just happened yesterday. The NHL outdoors.
Oh, and boy, was this a shit show.
It was something. Now,
what was it, 3:00 puck drop?
It was 3:00 puck drop, and then when it was the end of the first period after that, I thought it was a pretty good first period. It looked very nice, the arena, like so great scenic views.
Beautiful view. Beautiful. They did it.
I think Peter DeBoer, the coach of the Golden Knights, said that this is the best outdoor arena he's ever seen, ever.
Well, yeah, no, it was beautiful scenery, and to be honest with you, I thought the rink was fantastic. The one bad part about it is the ice did not want to cooperate, so they had the first intermission from 4:00 Eastern time all the way to midnight, so they took an 8-hour break.
Yeah, they took like a big break because they needed the ice to stop melting. They had lots of sun. They weren't expecting sun. They expected cloud cover.
I mean, the night before, they got 2 inches of snow, and it was freezing with clouds. They thought it was going to stay.
Yeah, they expected cloud cover over the arena, over the ice. But
yeah, and you would think an 8-hour delay would change the flow of the game. Everyone's going to get changed and just chill in wherever they're staying for 8 hours. But no, they came out flying, and to be honest with you, I thought it was cooler at night. As much as you couldn't see the backdrop, it looked so cool. Just, again, I love playing pond hockey. To be able to just imagine that whole way of doing it. Great time.
I mean, like, in the intermission, like, I think it wasn't a big deal. I mean, like, they just have to.
They had no fans,
the NHL needs to make the safety for the players, needs to maintain the safety.
Yeah.
And if they're like tripping, even like you could see it like over the spot in the middle of the ice, you see refs tripping over it. You could see You can see players tripping over it, like even gliding, like even if they're gliding towards the bench, they start tripping and falling
I mean,
over.
yeah, you're almost looking like Aaron
Because-
Versa on skates.
Yeah, because it's because like the ice was just not in that good condition, and they needed to maintain the safety of the players. And I think they handled it pretty well. They were talking about maybe bringing it to today, the time that we're filming this, the Sunday after.
If the game didn't start, you could 100% do that, but you can't. You already did a period. It'd be so weird. You'd have to postpone them the Bruins game, which they already postponed to 7:30 tonight. But with there being no fans, I think both teams had the option to actually postpone it to today. I was reading something about that. But they both wanted to get it over with.
Yeah, you see, like in between the periods, I saw Marc-Andre Fleury throwing snowballs at his teammates.
Yeah,
and
they were just having a good old time again.
Like
first
playing
ever
pond
game on,
hockey, you know?
yeah, enjoying themselves.
It was
And
just
I
a
would
great
too.
scenic area, and they're just probably having a good time. And you know what? It was nice. I mean, like, I was like trying to see if it would come back on the whole entire time. I was just watching them playing golf and trying Happy Gilmore swings, the NBC guys.
Yeah.
And they were trying to make something out of nothing, but like the ice was just not cooperating.
But you know what? They finished it. They did a great job in what they had to do.
I mean, tell me about that game. Who did you think really stood out to you in that game between the Colorado Avalanche and the Vegas Golden Knights? I would say two of the top teams in the league.
Yeah, I'm going to say, by the way, my standout, Nathan McKinnon did have a 3-point night, 2 assists and a goal. But I got to say, Cale Makar, again, this kid is so good. He is going to be a multiple-time Norris winner in his career. Him and Quinn Hughes, I think, are going to go on a little streak at some point. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be shocked if one of them won it this year. Kind of hard not to be, and I'm putting it on Makar. Makar is going to be a finalist this year, without a doubt. This kid is so elusive, so shifty. The kid can shoot, and his defensive play is like none other. Again, ex-Hobie Baker award winner. Kid's a stud, but he stood out to me along with Nathan McKinnon. As much as the Golden Knights played a good game, just came up short. That's how I'll put it. Fleury played a good game. But
I mean, Vegas overall played a good game. I did like how they played. I mean, but I felt like Colorado was always a step up the entire game. And it was just, Colorado's a very solid team. Young back end, great goaltending when Grubauer is healthy. Great offense. It's just, this team is really, on paper, very good. Golden Knights, same thing. Now, I agree. I mean, but like McKinnon played amazing. I saw them on the power play a couple of times. Their power play, like watching, it's crazy because like watching the New York Islanders on the time in their power play, and then watching Colorado, it's like the difference between an NHL team and a high school team. It's like,
yeah, it's the difference between watching. Here's how I'll put it. It's the difference between watching St. Anthony's and North Shore Locust Valley.
yes.
I'm being honest here.
Yes, but it's like, it's how it goes, and it's very underwhelming, especially as an Islander fan, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, Colorado played amazing. I feel like they were always up the entire time. Vegas played very, very well for how they were, but Tuck scoring a goal that I really liked. It was a nice little spinorama goal. Very nice by him in the last few minutes to give them some life. But I mean,
again, just a little short, but
just a little short. Don't worry, Vegas fans. Like, Vegas is still very, very good. I mean, you can't. I'm not taking anything away from Vegas. Vegas is still amazing. Vegas still played amazing. It doesn't matter how they lost. Now, both teams were very, very good. I was excited to see. It was a good, close affair, and it was a very exciting game to watch in the outdoors, and I'm excited to watch the Boston Bruins and Philadelphia Flyers play tonight.
Yeah, go Bees.
Let's go. Let's go Bruins.
Yeah,
now,
but moving a little away from the outdoor game.
We're going to move into the moment that you guys have all been waiting for.
The rant of the season so far.
The rant of the season. We're about to go
We're gonna
into
try
it.
and keep it relatively short because again, Terrence, we both know we can go on for hours.
We can go on for hours, and we're gonna keep it short. We're gonna
Short and sweet.
We're gonna try and censor ourselves at this moment, but
Yeah, we'll do the best we can. But I think we just get into it. What did I watch last night? Because again, the best performance, I think, arguably top 2 performance by the entire team all season last night, and they can't get a win on TJ freaking Jari.
it's just like it's very infuriating because
Infuriating
your
doesn't
team,
even describe how angry I was last night.
I was so angry. I went outside.
Terrence, I was playing Xbox and I put myself on mute for an hour and they were all screaming at me. Okay?
I went outside to go get something to eat, and I screamed outside, and the neighbors woke up.
In between my Xbox game, I proceeded to go outside and just face plant in the snow. Not a happy person. Okay? Not a happy person at all.
It's just
this team is killing me, slowly killing my body on from the inside out.
And I know this.
It's bad.
I'm sorry, guys. Like this. I know this podcast is, like I said before, for all things hockey.
We're gonna keep it here.
I appreciate you guys tuning in for everything that we've been going through. But right now, we're gonna take a tangent to the New York Islanders, and we are Islanders fans. I think I know some of you guys are Islanders fans, and we're gonna talk about this, and we're gonna try and have like a little therapy session right now, as we're gonna need it, and we're just gonna talk about this and what's going on with this team. Try and keep it short. We can go on this for hours, like Lucas said, but yeah, let's just get right into it. And we were playing amazing.
Yeah. And I love waking up, by the way, to the newspaper this morning. My dad reads me the headline, and it said something about rushing the young guns on the Islanders, and it pisses me off. It's so annoying because they called out 2 players last night. 2 players. They proceeded to call out Dobson and Wahlstrom, which pisses me off considering
Wahlstrom, I think, had his best game of the season.
Wahlstrom hasn't played a bad game yet. I don't understand.
Wahlstrom had his best game of the season.
Averaging 3 or 4 shots.
He missed a post. He missed an open net on the post, but it wasn't Tavares open.
But dude, he's a rookie. You cannot kill him for a mistake like that. He
played amazing. He had so many shots. He created momentum. He created chances.
He throws hits. He's willing to play physical. He goes in on the forecheck. He's willing to check back. Which remember, we had to get Barzal to do that for 4 freaking years before he's now starting to do it. Wahlstrom's doing his first year. He's got an insane shot, and he's averaging like 3 or 4 shots a game.
Yeah, and still, he's a rookie. He still has things that he can improve on. I could see passes that he just needs to pick his head up.
It was to the point where in the newspaper the people who wrote the article proceeded to say that, and they were saying this for Wahlstrom specifically, not Dobson, but this specific thing, they proceeded to say that Wahlstrom should be sent to Bridgeport. You know who they wanted to bring up? They think that he should plan that line instead. Ross Johnston. How he is
Ross Johnston is I don't mind
meathead.
Ross. I don't mind Ross.
I love him, but he's a meathead. He has no talent. He has no hands. All he's there is to fight and for bulk. He doesn't play on the penalty kill, doesn't play on the power play. Wahlstrom plays on the power play, has an insane amount of talent.
I really liked Wahlstrom. And here's the thing, if they call out Dobson, that's something completely different. I think Dobson is, he's been one of the bright spots in the season. Yeah, he makes a couple mistakes. I've seen a couple defensive mishaps with Wahlstrom. But you know what?
It's very few.
Yeah.
Very few.
And he's been a bright spot on offense for this team.
And you know what? They went into it about Bellows too. And guess what? I get Trotz's feeling on it. I think he has too long of a leash on his veterans. Komarov should not be playing. And to be honest with you, Bellows has been playing
Komarov hasn't been playing that bad. I feel like Komarov hasn't been playing
over the past 2 games? Yeah, congratulations. All it took was for us to put you down to the freaking minors for a few hours and to put you on waivers, basically saying we don't want you here. If someone takes you, we're okay with that.
We were okay with someone taking him at the beginning of the season. I'd
be okay with just putting him out of his misery now, but we can't do that.
No, but here's the thing. This team and I hate to say it because I just
Don't say it.
I want this team to be a contender. We are streaky now because we started off the season 3-1. Then we went on a 6-game losing streak, whatever how it was. 5, yeah. Then we went on a 7-game point streak.
8-game point streak.
8-game point streak, putting together great wins. And then we put up 2 goose egg performances. Well, not goose egg performances, but 2 awful performances against Pittsburgh. Well, I'm sorry. First game,
That's
awful
how I put it.
performance.
Since the beginning of our point streak, the Islanders
First game, awful performance.
the Islanders point streak started in first game in Philly, correct? Okay, they lost 2 in
Lost
OT.
2.
During the past 10 games, which is from now and from when the point streak started, the Islanders are 5, 2, and 3. I don't think anybody would even complain about that. To be honest,
No, I'm not. And here's the thing: they're very good.
But when when all 5 of your losses come to either Pittsburgh, 2 in regulation, 1 in a shootout, and then Philly. Twice in overtime, you cannot listen.
It baffles me. It baffles me that. Oh my God! It baffles me because it's against. Okay, so our team are in the standings. It's a 3-way tie right now.
Oh, it's a 4-way tie.
It's a 4-way tie, sorry.
It's
4-way tie.
It's Philly, Washington, Pittsburgh, and the Islanders. All at 19 points. All 19 points.
The Islanders. The Islanders' record against Pittsburgh is 1-2-1. The record against Philly is 0-2. The record against Washington 0-2. And the record against Boston is 2-0. Against the big bad Boston Bruins, the top of the division is 2-0. What? We had one of our worst games of the season against Boston where we came out with a win 1-0. We came out with a win 1-0, a lucky goal where Pajot knocked it out of midair with 5 minutes left in the game. The next one, it was a little back and forth, but we ended up getting the win.
That was a legitimately
good win.
Power play goal,
but I'm just baffled that we get a lead in the third. We're one of the best teams when we have a lead in the third, and we let it up against Pittsburgh. Another one.
And I know you're gonna love this stat. The Islanders so far this season, when scoring the first goal, have only lost 1 game. Can you tell me what game that was? It was when we decided to choke to Washington, 6-3. Okay, outside of
this team is so sporadic.
Take that game out. The Islanders are undefeated when scoring the first goal. But and we're one of the best first period teams in the league. We 2 nights ago were tied for 3rd. We were sole possession of 3rd place for most goals in the first period. We just can't.
It's just our offense. We're just having we just go into streaks of bad.
No, we just have sporadic mental breakdowns. Yeah. It's just the Islander way.
I don't know.
Shout out
what
Jack
happened.
Capuano.
I mean, Varley. You can't blame it on Varley. You cannot. He's been playing good all season.
And to be fair, you can't blame it on the first line either.
Yeah, you can't blame it on
who you want to blame it on? The depth scoring.
I think
second and first,
even the fourth line
have been fantastic. Defense has been arguably fantastic.
I don't think but the fourth line's been underperforming too. The fourth line, I need to see more of that too.
In terms of scoring?
In terms of scoring, yes.
Terrence.
In terms of scoring,
Terrence, I'm gonna disagree with you on that one, dude. Let's put it this way. I know Beauvillier has played 8 games. Delcole has played 8 games. I get it. But when Matt Martin, Casey Cizikas, Kyle Clutterbuck, when they're arguably above Delcole, Beauvillier, and Wahlstrom, who are 3
I guess they're
top 6 forwards, they're doing better. And then Connor, listen, you could ask for more, but you know what they're there for. In terms of energy and hitting, they were atrocious in the first 10 games.
Someone that's killing, I'm not going to go on a rant on Josh Bailey. I can't. I can go on.
No, you don't got to go into that one.
I can go on forever.
The man who's single.
Bailey. Just if you're listening to this, just hear me out. You're probably not listening to this, but if you are listening to this, hear me out. You have some of the best hockey IQ I've ever seen out of a player. You can make some great passes, some great plays. You can make, I could be so baffled by you and how amazing you are. and then you throw the puck in front of the net, right in front of Varley. You put it behind. I remember the other night against the shootout against Pittsburgh. I watched this guy. I see Crosby score. Okay, we need someone to score.
I'm like, okay,
who do they put on? Josh Bailey.
Who's good in shootouts. And he proceeds to just skate in at a
flub shot
at a 5 mile an hour pace and just tosses it on the net like the game was already over.
Like, come on, you got the hands, you got the skill. What are you doing? Like, it's like, oh, okay, I'm done with it. Again, I can go on another one with Brock. Like, you're streaky as hell. I love you, Brock. You've been good in the past. You won me money. You won me money in the first game of the season because I bet with my friends that whoever scored the first goal of the season for the Islanders, everyone put in like $10, and whoever scored the first goal, whoever bet to score the first goal would get the money. I said Brock. Everyone else said like Barzy, said like Bo. I said Brock. Brock scored the first game of the season. Won me some money. But here's the thing. He hasn't done anything since then. He hasn't done anything. All
right, listen, we can go on for hours about this. I'm going to cut it short on the Islanders because I think we both know how disappointing.
Okay, just to wrap it up.
Just give a little recap.
Just to wrap it up. I'm sorry, guys, for like going a little bit on a rant, and I know this is all about hockey. I do want to focus more on other teams. We try to not be biased and try to focus on other teams. And I don't think this is even bias. We're being focused now on our team and how awful they are. It's just Matt Barzal playing very good, even though he was on his point streak and he hasn't had a point in 4 straight.
No, he just had a point the other night.
He did? No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He had a point the other night, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think he did.
I think he had 1.
Okay, but he was on his point streak. No, he didn't. In 3 games, sorry. 3 games. 3 games.
I said he's been a little cold, but again, you cannot expect man.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He's been playing so well, and I'm not putting it against him. That's the thing. I'm not putting it against him, because he's been playing so well. He set up so many people, and they just couldn't score. Anders Lee hit the post. Just like, oh my God. It's something that just baffles me. Like, Anders Lee's been playing very well. Eberle's been playing good. Pajot, a little bit streaky.
No, he's picked it up,
but
though.
He's picked it up.
And then Josh.
I'm not dealing with Josh. Nicoletti has been playing good on the point front.
Even Dobson's
been playing good.
You can't
Brock's been underperforming. I mean, again, I wish I could ask for more from Wallstrom, but here's the thing. He's been playing very good. He just hasn't been
getting lucky.
You know who I
can ask more from? Bo, you're back healthy. Do something, please. And Dal Cole,
I think
you have been given years of opportunity. You've been playing well, but if you cannot put the damn puck in that for a 5th overall pick, I have no words other than just leave. You have been given like 5 years to prove something to us as a 5th overall pick.
More.
And what
he got drafted in like 2014 or 2013.
And no, it was 14-15. And what does he have? Does he even have 100 freaking points in his career through 7 seasons now? As a 5th overall pick, you don't even have 50. I don't even know if he has 20, to be honest with you. You've been giving, just to summarize it, put the damn
Gardner Minshew can have more points than him at the moment. I can't.
Gardner Minshew put more points up on your fantasy team.
I know. It's ridiculous. But it's...
Yeah, it is what it is. We're going to put this one to the side. We're straying away from the Islanders now. But
no, long story short, this team's in a slump. This team is driving us crazy. And you know what? We're gonna I mean, like, Varley's been good. I mean, like,
can't even blame Sorokin for the 3 losses. Sorokin it is proven. Sorokin, his 1 win is a shutout. When Sorokin has a team that plays decent in front of him.
And I wouldn't even say that this team is doing bad. I would say...
mediocre. Average.
I would say this team's doing average. I would say this team is...
better word. Underperforming.
I would say this team's underperforming. I would say this team is just collapsing.
Anyone can say, Islanders overperformed last year. They're not going to get back that.
The Islanders...
But it's proven that they can play. You literally
the Islanders
the
had,
top team in the
Islanders
league.
didn't score in the first period. But I think that was one of the best first periods I've ever seen them play.
They had 20 shots in the first period, and proceeded to have 15 hits. What else do you want?
That was one of the best. They just didn't score. And
They
that's
had
the thing.
5 shots in the
That was
first-
a great first period. And then here's the thing.
5 shots in the
They
first
had
2
a
minutes.
great second period. They had a great first and second period. The one goal they let up was a power play goal.
Is what it is. Then you came right back. You bounced back.
A
You
perfect
scored.
shot by Layin.
Great, but you came back and scored.
Yeah.
You tied it.
You
Going
tied
into the
it.
third.
And
you
then-
came out and scored it 53 seconds in. Great. It was a fluky goal, but it's a goal and
It's
it
a
damn
goal.
counts.
It works. And then you let the guy that cross-checked Matt Barzell into the boards from his back, and the guy in Florida in the qualifier that pretty much killed Boychuk out of his life in the qualifier, let him score, and then you let Letang score again. He was always injured. He's always injured.
All right.
Letang's always injured.
Listen, I want to keep talking about it, but
Letang, oh my god,
Nah,
that was his
T.
2 only goals of the season.
listen.
It was a fluky goal from the top, which I know Brock had, but I mean, come on. 6 minutes left. What's up?
Listen.
Like, we played so good, and you guys can't put another one in? We had posts. We hit everything.
we had open
had
nets.
open nets. We had breakaways. We had everything. And we only scored 2 goals.
All right, I'm leaving it at that. Terrence, give me your top 5 for the week. Give me your top 5 before we're running short on time.
Okay,
Give
but
me your
okay,
top-
just let me wrap this up.
Terrence.
This team needs to come out. This team needs to come out good. Again, they need to come out with a statement victory against the Buffalo Sabres. I want to see a schmacking. I want to see a mauling of the Buffalo Sabres. I want to see them. It's the Buffalo Sabres. If we don't score more than 3 goals that game, I want to see more than 3 goals. Or 3 or more. I want to see it. And I hope we can do that.
Well, I'm agreeing with you. We got a tough week ahead. Listen, we got Buffalo, Boston, 2 games at home against Pittsburgh.
And that's all I'm
Big
going to
week.
say. They just need to turn it around. And I'm just going to say right
some
now,
wins together, put some
I know
points.
they haven't been playing bad, but for my standards, for my sanity, they're a low for the week.
I'm going to agree. Give me your
So there
top
we go.
5, T. Come on, we got to go.
Okay,
Give me the top 5.
Okay, I'm going to give
Run
you
it.
mine.
Don't even give me.
I'm gonna
give
you mine.
me a quick 10-second
There you go.
explanation. Go.
Okay.
Give me your 1.
Number 1, Toronto.
Obvious. Don't need an
Toronto have been playing very,
explanation
very
on that one.
good. Just beat Montreal last night 5-3. Explosive
Listen,
offense.
They blew it to
bring
Ottawa,
together the defense.
14-3-2. No,
There you go.
no short there.
Number 2, climbing up my rankings from last week at 5, Carolina. Top 2 teams I know I just picked, but it's just like
It's self-explanatory.
It's self-explanatory. The teams have been playing amazing, and it's hard not to pick them. I love myself like some Carolina Hurricanes. The bunch of jerks are coming together very nicely at the end of the season. Next one, Tampa Bay. Love Tampa. Self-explanatory. Reigning Cup champions. Haven't played a lot of games, unlike the other teams, but they've been playing very, very good as a collective, coming together. Steven Stamkos bringing the team, Hedman on the back.
No, I get
all
you.
them,
I
self-explanatory.
get the gist.
There you go. Next one, Vegas. I'm saying Vegas. Vegas has been playing very, very good, even though they just lost.
No,
They've
it's
just
self-explanatory
They've just
there,
still
too.
been on their high horse. I really like myself some Vegas Golden Knights. Just like very solid team coming together, team play all together. Good goal scoring, good defense. Star-studded team. Next one after that, Florida Panthers. There you go. Very good. Played some of the least games in the league. Still putting up an 11-3-2 record. Great offense. Their goaltending is coming together. Nino Bobrovsky's not doing good. Dragier has been playing very good on the goalie. In the goalie front, good defense. Their offense has been amazing. Jonathan Huberdeau, like I said, contender for the Hart Trophy
Of
this
course,
year.
yeah.
And Sasha Barkov, very good defensive and everything. Just had some very good depth scoring. Just a very solid team there in Florida. They're number 5, and that's it. Now, what are yours?
Toronto, self-explanatory, is my number 1. Carolina's my number 2. Now, gonna get a little weird here. I said for the week. Obviously, we got the power rankings for the season. You can just look at the standings. I'm saying for the week. There's gonna be a lot of disagreements here. Chicago, give it to me, baby. Number 3 for the week. Chicago, I don't care what you say. Been fantastic. That's it. Go back. Chicago's my number 3. Gonna give you my number 4. Florida, outstanding. They've been playing freaking out of their minds. No question. My number 5. I'm gonna say a little under the radar here. Actually, nah. You know what? I'm gonna keep out of that. Tampa, number 5. I don't care what you have to say. I love Chicago. I love the team. I love their young guys. There's not much else to say.
I mean,
Real quick.
You're saying the week, right? You're saying the week. I mean, they did play Detroit, and they have been playing pretty well, and they only lost to Carolina. So you know what?
Well, this is the beginning of the week.
Yes.
So
I'll
3-1, baby.
I'll give you it.
I'm taking it. Real quick, just give me. Don't even really need an explanation. Just give me one player quickly. High, weak.
One player high for the week.
This is pretty self-explanatory. I think we can both.
Connor
agree.
McDavid,
Yeah,
Leon Draisaitl. I'm not gonna be.
you don't even need to go into it. Connor McDavid had 5 points at the halfway mark of the game last night, and they were
another
playing Calgary.
Another guy though, like Austin Matthews. I feel like
The dude's
has
on
been very, very
tear
good.
with goal scoring. That's
Same thing with Mitch
that.
Marner.
And again, Anze Kopitar.
Mark Scheifele has been playing very, very well.
There's a lot of players that have been flying under the radar.
Mark Scheifele has been putting up a point streak together. I loved myself a Mark Scheifele ever since he came in the league. He's a hockey fan. He watches hockey on his free time, and he goes and he plays and he just scores like nothing. And I love myself a
And
Mark
you know
Scheifele.
what? I think that's a good way to end it off with the best
Yeah,
player
you know
in the
what?
league.
We're gonna give it highs. Yes,
We're ending on highs.
Our lows of the week, we're only giving one. It's the New York Islanders, but our highs are all good.
Yeah.
You see?
Hopefully we can flip that.
Yeah, we will.
We better flip that.
We
next week.
hope-
Or we might not be here on this podcast. Let's
No,
just
we
leave
will
it.
be here. You guys will
To
hear
be,
it.
you know
guys will
what?
hear it.
And I was thinking about it. The Islanders play the Penguins Saturday and Sunday, correct?
Yes.
I think maybe our podcast we might have to take credit from the urinating tree. A live stream or something might be in order.
You know what?
Or or a post-game press conference for the New York Islanders. I think it might be in order.
You know what? I think we might have some people there, and we might do this. We might.
I honestly think that's
I
a
think
good plan.
I think that would be very, very good to hear us.
You guys will get to hopefully
No.
not see us rage again.
And
But yeah.
we'll probably do that on video. You know.
Yeah,
We might
well,
do
I
that
think
on
we'll do that on video, and we'll have some guests. We'll have a guest or two there
Yeah.
along for a post-game press conference.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting. Now, if you guys want to tune in, that would be very appreciated. We're gonna try and work on that. And we thank you guys for tuning in today. I know it's a little bit longer of a podcast and a little bit more of a ranty, tangent-y
A little more entertaining
podcast.
though for you guys. So,
Yeah, we hope that it's a little bit more entertaining, that we show some emotion in our...
Well, guess what? If we do a post-game press conference, win or lose on
Yeah.
video, you're gonna see a lot of emotions. So
Yes.
be sure to tune in. We'll let you guys know if it's Saturday or Sunday. But for now, that's been our time.
So, yeah, we thank you guys for tuning in. Put in the comments what you guys think about our New York Islanders. What do you think about everything else going on in the season? We will be there to look at them and mention them again in the next podcast. Now, again, thank you for listening in. Thank you for listening to our rant today. And I'm Terrence.
And I'm Lucas.
And we'll see you in the next one. Sayonara.